title of this one is there a way that I can legally stop my father-in-law from putting explicit paintings that depict me on an art show and or destroy those paintings? Disclaimer before I dive into this, of course, we are not licensed attorneys and are in no way giving legal advice. Advice given on the story is purely for entertainment purposes. Full background. So a while ago, my 24 female father-in-law, 60 male, asked me if he can use me as an inspiration for a series of paintings he's been working on. He said it was about the goddess of beauty, Aphrodite. And he said it'll be an honor to get inspiration from me because he thinks I'm beautiful. I was flattered and told him as long as it's artful and not like a portrait, it was fine. Because at the time, I was mainly worried and felt embarrassed to be portrait like the goddess of beauty. And he promised me it would be artistic and I have nothing to worry about. So I forgot about it for a while. But about a week ago, he invited me and my husband, 30 male, to his place saying the paintings were done. So we went there and the paintings were very accurate and explicit depictions of me naked. How would they be accurate of you naked? Like, did he get photos? And it wasn't just inspiration, but accurate down to not just my face and how I looked, but details of how my body looked, like even how my private parts looked. A mole I have on my bottom and more. Okay.
That's disgusting.
Okay, wait. So did your hubby supply him with photos or descriptions or like what? Apparently, my husband was in on it too. Well, there you go. And he consulted his father in the process so they could be as accurate or perfect as they can be. And he thought this was a grand romantic gesture. I felt so embarrassed and violated, so I started freaking out. And they acted confused on why I'm angry when he chose me as the symbol of beauty and thought that I would be flattered, honored, moved, and all that shit. Then, he said he submitted this series to a pretty big regional art show and got selected to put his paintings on it. I freaked out more and told him that he can't do that, but he was saying it is a pretty good deal for him, and he thought it would be a nice surprise for me, and I should be honored too. Yeah, you know what? I've been really wanting my spread butt cheeks to be in an art show seen by like hundreds, if not thousands of people. I have been wanting that. I am flattered. Thank you.
Especially the ones painted by my father-in-law.
Yes, my father-in-law painted these, and yes, that's my butt mole. I talked to my husband, or tried to talk to my husband, but he's more supportive of his father, saying his father gave up on art when he was young to support his family, and now he's finally pursuing his dream. His dream is your wife's naked body. That doesn't bother you? And it is a big deal for him to be selected for that kind of show. And he doesn't see a problem with it because it's just art. When they are very sexual and degrading depictions of me, maybe this will help you to understand why I'm freaking out to this level. The paintings are not like those classical paintings with artistic nudes, but most of them have me spreading my legs or bottom in very sexual manners. I was joking about the spreading butt cheeks, but that's actually what it is. Also, if hubby was consulting on this, he wasn't just telling him, he was sharing pictures. I demanded to pull out of the show and destroy all the paintings, but my father-in-law keeps saying he won't have time to repaint, and he doesn't know if the committee will even take repainted work. So he says he will see if they accept partial repaint and tweak my face a little, but he'll have to leave most of the paintings the same, my hair color, body, and all. I don't get how they could ever think that this was appropriate or that I would be honored to find this romantic, and it is really hard to convince him when my husband is on the same boat as his father. So it has been really hard to get him to stop. So now I'm looking to see if there are any legal ways. Any help would be appreciated. Thank you. I would think that there would be legal grounds here because they're using your likeness without your consent. Now, there was a verbal agreement for him to use you as the inspiration of Aphrodite for these pictures, but he then misrepresented what he would be doing with them. I think you have a case here. I'm not a lawyer, so my opinion means jack shit, but I would think that you'd be able to do something with this. And like commenters are saying here, I would call so many lawyers so fast, even if one of them is like, I think we may be able to do something that can probably slow down the process, which means they wouldn't make it to that art show, right? And even if he's just offering to change the face, that's not enough. I'm sorry. You've depicted my entire body accurately. You can't use any of it. Tater?
My question for Chad is, would you stay married? Because I would be on the phone with a lawyer, a divorce lawyer. Like, I would be on the phone like this. The fact that you didn't back me when I'm telling you I am unfucking comfortable is the end of our marriage. Like, especially to this degree. And it's her father-in-law. He is a fatherly figure in her life. He is an in-law, and he has painted her naked. That is a line that feels very, very like you should, like no one in this world should cross that line. And the husband is supplying the information.
Information being photos. I mean, there's no way that you could just describe that and get your
so creepy.
Your butt mole correct, right? Like it has to be. So sure, your father-in-law is not only looking at naked pictures of you, but painting.
I'm so grossed out.
Using that as inspiration for paintings. And
I'd have a team of attorneys.
How does it feel to know that your naked butt is what got him passionate about painting again? He's like, oh, this whole time I just needed this.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
It's so gross.
Yes, call all the lawyers and a divorce attorney. Yes, yeah. I would go there too.
Here's my team. Welcome. Like, it's
not okay.
I don't know how does this even come about? How do you even think, yeah, you know what would make my daughter-in-law feel really good about herself is if I painted a picture of her with her legs spread. And then I'm going to enter it into a show where I can show it off so like everyone knows her and can see her face, and then they can see her like in a really...
If I profit off of her naked body, it's not creepy, right? Like if I sell paintings and, you know, if I receive like awards and, you know, if people pay attention to what I'm doing with her naked body, then it's not creepy, right? No, it's more creepy.
Yes, Bay Fox. Where's Olivia Benson? She would be all over this case.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like this is an SVU. This is a special victims unit case.
Yes. You know, I think you should call all the lawyers. And I think you should let hubby and creeper-in-law know that you are calling all the lawyers to get this stopped because it is a violation.
I feel like the father-in-law is like using this art thing to satisfy, like, I don't know, but I don't know what he's doing, but
well, he has to know it's not okay.
It's beyond gross.
He and hubby. And the fact that his son, your partner here, it's like they're a team on this makes it even worse. So you've got a lot of shit to work through here. But the first thing is just stopping those paintings from making it to that art show. I would not destroy them myself, right? Like, I think you're going to get yourself into some kind of destruction of property problem there, but I think you legally can prevent them from being shown. So that's the route I would take as quickly as possible.
It said that she tried to contact the place, right? And they said there was nothing that they could do. And like, I'm telling you right now that there are pictures of me naked without my consent coming to your show. How can you not stop this? I mean, if I'm that person, like, I would be pulling that. I would be, where's your consent forms? Can you show me those forms? Is that a thing with art? I don't know. Obviously, we're not attorneys. We don't know the answers to these.
But I would say that, you know, as like the contract is between the artist and the artist has represented or said that they have rights to everything that they're showing there. So like they have legally trusted the artist to do that. So then the majority of the brunt of the trouble is on him. Now, if you reached out and explained to them what was going on and they still turned you down, they might also be named in this and be at fault too. So it could get messy. But I'd go for everybody with the objection or with the goal of getting it stopped. Not letting those paintings get to that show, right? That's the goal. Like, that's number one. Then taking a breath and figuring out where you actually go from here would be the way to go. But in the beginning, I'd go after your husband, go after father-in-law, and I'd go after the gallery and try to prevent this from happening.
I would get an attorney. I would send something to the art gallery first to see if you can stop them from going into the show.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care. Right? Yeah. In Magic Drop, they're not photos. It's artwork, but I would threaten them legally.
Yeah.
Especially with everything that's going on with like AI, whatever it is. Like, this shit is not going to last forever. Yeah. There's going to be stuff put in place to make this stop, and I feel like the likeness is enough to do something with an attorney.